evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting episode of the Paul Brown Show. This evening, my guest will be Miss Donna Reed. She's the author, a motivational speaker, entrepreneur, CEO of Youthful Energy Foundation, and founder of Teach Boys and Girls Success. Woo! How you doing there, Ms. Reed?
I'm doing wonderful. Thank you, Paul.
Tell the audience a little bit about Miss Donna Reed.
Well, Ms. Donna Reed is motivated to help young people, young adults, young ladies to be all that they can be. And so I came from a start where there's a lot of people didn't think we'd be able to make it, didn't think I'd be able to make it as a single parent. And with the motivation and determination that I had with that, and then giving birth and having 4 daughters, from that motivation, I became a motivational speaker, but then more so one that wanted to take it to a broader level and making sure that all young ladies I come involved with, all people, and especially youth, are able to move in the direction they should go.
Okay, you're the CEO of Youthful Energy Foundation. Tell the audience a little bit about that organization.
Okay, well, that organization actually stemmed from Teach Boys and Girls Success. Okay. So let me start from there. Teach Boys and Girls Success started from a business that God had given me a vision for my 4 daughters when they were teenagers. All their names begin with T, and they began designing tote bags with an inspirational saying, so they called them TBAGS because of their names beginning with T. From that inspirational company, they grew, and we grew as a family an entire business. But how the business grew was us utilizing the skills and talents of each individual. Each one of my girls, whatever it was they liked to do, that's what I used in the business. It kept them involved, it kept them excited, and it kept them moving forward. When other kids would knock on the door, especially young men, because I have nice looking young ladies, when they would knock on the door, instead of me allowing those girls to go out into the world with them, I would pull those young people in and see what their talents were. So ultimately, when the girls got a little older, late teens and early 20s, we started the organization TBAGS, Teach Boys and Girls Success. So we teach young people how to develop their skill and talent to a level of success with an entrepreneurial emphasis. Developing young people, whatever it is they like to do, and showing them that sky is the limit, whatever career path they want to go on, whether it be business, whether it be a CEO, whether it be just a small business or a career path. If they take what it is they like to do and focus on that, success is the goal, is the ultimate goal, and they'll definitely achieve it.
Why is this so important to teach our youth in our community?
It is so important because we have, our young people are so talented, and many of them don't have that outlet or not sure how to come out with the talent that they have. So what we do is we take their skills and talents. First of all, we pull that out of them. Let me just give you an example of when we have a summer program called Teach Boys and Girls Success, and it's an entrepreneurial program. And when we start that program, we always ask the young people, what is it that you like to do? And so a lot of them come with the basketball and the football, and we don't have a problem with that because that's what they like to do. Mm-hmm. But we want to share with them is how they take that and become successful with it. So we ask them, what is it that you plan on doing with this to become successful, to make your money, to live off of? And when a lot of them say, well, I'm going to become famous, the football, the basketball player, the rapper, the singer, we put them on the computer so that they can see what it takes. We have them research what it takes to do that. But in the meantime, I share with them what I do know about it, and that is it's a short career path. So what is it that you like to do that we can help you develop into that business plan? Because everyone graduates our program with a business plan. And when those young people begin to see what's really inside and they begin to pull that out and see that they could do anything they like to do with what they like to do, all of that football and basketball stuff goes to the side, and they begin to build business plans on what it is they like to do. And they begin to see that I can be successful in this area. So we give them that outlet. And then with Youthful Energy Foundation, what we did was, as we were moving towards, again, so many young people we had to turn away during the summer with Teach Boys and Girls Success. A lot of them during out of school time, we have the young people, and we keep up with them afterwards. So many of them that we had to turn away, really was, it really was disheartening for me to have to see kids that I have to say, we don't have enough room. So my heart started moving towards a entrepreneurial school. And when we began to see again that if we could just teach them what it is they need to know, bring in the academics, bring in the core curriculums, but also focus them on that path to being an entrepreneur or anything they want to be. When we saw what we could do with that and realized that if we could start them at a younger age, that we even had more potential for those young people to be so successful in life and not use alternative decisions or bad decisions. So we looked at it even further, and that was from child development all the way to 18 or beyond. So Teach Boys and Girls Success partnered with 2 other organizations, Academic Learning Clinic and Bridge Builders Academy. One taught entrepreneurship through video and digital media, and one taught through academics. We all came together and we formed Youthful Energy Foundation. So through Youthful Energy Foundation, we teach technology, workforce development, entrepreneurship, talent development, and I said technology, yes, and talent development. And we teach this beginning at a young age and then moving forward to even right up to seniors.
Why is this program so vital in building our youth's self-esteem? Because what you're talking about, we're learning that as adults.
Yes.
So when you're teaching us as youth, how does that increase their self-esteem?
Well, I can remember when I was a little girl, I used to always say to my mother that I was going to build the furniture that was in my house. I was going to build everything that was in my house. I don't even know where it came from. I was a little girl. But the interesting thing was my mother believed me and she encouraged me to do it. And I can remember my mother looking at items around the house and they might have gotten broken or anything. And she would say, Donna can fix that. And then she would bring projects to me, believing, even at a young age, that I could do it. And sometimes I would look at that project and say, oh my God, I can't do this. But because she believed I could do it, I would give it a try. And it led me to actually doing so many things that with my hand, that when I did at an early age go off at 18 years old and get married, a decision that my parents really didn't want me to do, but I thought I was grown and could do. I'm 18, he's 19, neither one of us knew about marriage and found myself in a bad situation. But before I got out of that situation, I had all babies. I had little babies, and by, I tell the story often, married at 18, pregnant at 19, 20, had my first baby, 21, my second, 22, my third, 23, I was a single parent. But never forgetting that I had those skills and talents within me. I ended up having to get on welfare because I had no choice. The babysitter cost more than the income that when I did find a job. But I handcrafted my way off of welfare, literally making crafts, building shelves, making flower arrangements, ceramics, macrame, you named it, and I could do it with my hands without even lessons because I was gifted in that area. And when I worked my way off of welfare and handcrafted my way off, I knew at that point, as I knew as a little girl, the skills and talents that I have, they could take me anywhere I needed to go. And so it became a passion of mine to make sure that those were developed within my kids, to make sure that they were not going to be a statistic. They were not going to be on welfare. They were not going to be what society said that I would be in the projects, not being able to make it in the world of repeating the cycle.
Correct.
And so now having 4 adult daughters, 15 grandchildren, and knowing that, again, all around me, I'm surrounded with talent and with gifts and with young people, and taking them and being able to develop those talents and showing them that whatever it is you want to do, you can do it. And when you put somebody on a path to what they like to do, they're excited about doing it. And so that's where the passion comes from. And that's what knowing that if we could get into every community, if we could get into every household, and if we could say, don't block them in or lock them into a box. Let them express what it is they like to do. Don't stop them when they're headed somewhere. See where they're going to go. And so many times we limit our young people. And if we are able to just let them be free and do what it is they would like to do, we would find out that once we get them out the box, if that's where we have them, they wouldn't be doing things that they shouldn't be doing, because they would stay on a track of what they like to do.
With your experience as far as coming up, do you find yourself, when you look at the youth, especially the young ladies and their situation today, do you find yourself becoming like a mother figure to them, you know, and letting them know that never give up?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I don't have a problem stopping young men on the street saying, honey, please pull those pants up, because what you're showing me right now is what I know is not what's in you. But if you're showing the world your underwear, if you will, they can't see who you really are, because they're going to stop right there with an image you showed them. I don't have a problem pulling my car over and telling young people what they could be, but what they're showing me is something different, and they have no problem with saying, yes, ma'am. They pull the pants up right on the spot, because evidently somebody let them leave the house that way. Somebody didn't say anything when they passed by them, and somebody didn't share with them that I believe what's inside of you is what people need to see, and not that outer side when you're showing them something that you're not. And so, yes, I don't have a problem with that. And I think a lot of young people respect me as a result of that. Most of the kids at our church call me grandma instead of, anything else in the church. They call me grandma. A lot of them auntie. I'm auntie to a lot of young people. And I love it, because again, I can see what's in them. And that's what I look at. I try not to look at the outer. And if I see something that's not right on the outer, I don't have a problem saying anything. And they don't have a problem receiving it if you say it in love.
That's great. I know you have a lot of events that goes on within your program. Some of the things, I know you got a summer camp.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about that.
Okay, our summer program focuses on youth that are 13 to 18. But last year we expanded it to the age of 11. And this year we are actually going to take young people from 5 on up. And what we do is we teach them to develop their skill and talent, again, to a level of success with an entrepreneurial emphasis. By the end of the program, they create business plans and life plans. Their business plans puts them on a path to success in whatever their area of it. If it's technology, if it's dancing, if it's science, if it's business, whatever it is. And what we do is we incorporate the STEAM, the science, technology, engineering, art, and math. And to every one of the plans, they have to use some form of fashion of that. And then what we do is we teach them, again, how anything you want to do, you can be that entrepreneur. And not everybody has that spirit or that drive, because it takes a lot to be an entrepreneur. But if you teach them that they can, even if they're working for someone else, they know that they're working really for themselves. They are doing what it is they want to do, and this is a choice that they made. So at the end of the program, they all graduate with business plans and life plans. And the life plan puts them on track to age-appropriate goals for 3 years. And what we do is we ask them, if you are 9, 10, and 11, what are in the next 3 years, what are things that you should be accomplishing at your age? We have a lot of our young people that are behind in certain things. A lot of them are behind in reading. Our program every morning opens up with reading. They have to grab something, whatever it is that they see. We put out a table of newspaper, pamphlets, workbooks, magazines, and they have to grab something and they have to read for 20 minutes. Then they have to write down what it is that they read about, and then they have 1 minute to read it back to everyone else to say what it was they read, what did they get out of it, and why someone else should want to read it. And what we're looking at when they do that is, did they comprehend what they read, and how did they present it? So we're preparing them again, on that level. Correct. All of our young people